Can you hear me? Hello, my darling. It's nice to see you. Corn, man. Grew up on stuff like that. You like corn? Yes. About sweet corn. Sorry. Anyway, hi. It's nice to be back in Orlando and not having to endure Disney things. That's great. Pleasure to be here. I'm always very grateful to be sitting in a room full of people who are smiling and happy to see me. Anyway, I'll be very happy to answer any questions you may have for little old me.
Hi, Michael.
Hi.
So, Enzo's ending was awful, not only for us, but, Bonnie. If you got to pick how it ended for Enzo, what would you have chosen?
I mean, just like anything but being taken from behind by Paul Wesley. Wasn't really on my bingo card. You know, it would have been nice to like put up a fight at least. I don't know. I mean, maybe move to Paris with Bonnie. How about that? You guys like that answer? We can parle français. Tu parles français? Oui, oui, oui. Bien. Merci pour la question. French is rusty. Sorry. Dégueulasse. Over here?
Hi. My question is, have you ever considered writing or directing your own movie or TV show?
I have considered that, yeah. I mean, I've written some stuff before. I did a show called Project Blue Book, which I don't know if anybody saw that. Some of you saw it. If you haven't, it's the best thing I've ever done. If you like my work, check it out. Anyway, I was going to be directing some of that, an episode of that in the coming season, but it ended up folding. It was a COVID fatality, unfortunately. But you know, maybe. I mean, it's a lot of work. It's a lot of work. I don't like working, so. But no, I will someday, for sure. If you have a job offer, feel free to shoot it my way.
Thank you.
Thank you.
And we'll be in touch.
Good.
Hi, Enzo.
Hello.
I have one request and a question. I love you as Enzo, so I was hoping you could say hello, darling.
I'm sorry, I didn't realize that was Starbucks coffee. I do not drink Starbucks coffee. I boycott Starbucks, and you all should too. Don't serve me Starbucks again, please. Thank you. Sorry, go ahead.
I have one request and a question. My request is, can you say hello, darling?
Hello, darling. Is that what you wanted? Hello, darling. Which one? What do you want?
In the Enzo accent.
Hello, darling.
My
Imagine if
question.
Enzo talked like that. Hey there. Hello, gorgeous. Howdy, gorgeous. It'd be howdy, gorgeous. So many people filming. Put your phones away. Let's hang out. A little fun. Come on. Are you gonna forget this and you're gonna watch it again? You're not gonna watch it again.
Hi, what is one of your favorite songs you ever wrote?
That I've ever written. Thank you. Clear coffee. It's good. Well, since we're here, I say Scars. Scars was on Vampire Diaries. And that was a fun experience working on that song. It had nothing to do with the show, but when Julie heard me play it around the fire one night, at the Lake House. She was like, what is that song? Are you finished recording it? I have an idea exactly where I want to use it on the show. And that was that. But yeah, that song was fun because it's quite an epic song. It's like 7 minutes long. And it wasn't quite working initially in the room. And the note I gave was like, just play drunk. Play drunk. Don't play it so down the barrel, you know, like let's loosen it up, make it a little more lugubrious. And so yeah, I was really happy with how it turned out. It kind of really mystical and weird, and yeah, I'm proud of that tune. One of my more recent ones I put out last year was one called The Passenger, with my friend Rasha. And yeah, I really like that vibe too. What about you?
I like Grave Racer.
Grave Racer, thank you. It's probably my favorite album I've done. It's Grave Racer. Check it out if you fancy it. I know you're here for Grandpa Diaries, but I'm definitely going to be promoting other shit too. Okay? So get used to it.
Hi, my name is Drew, and my question is, how was it like working with Kat Graham?
Kat Graham. Awesome. I mean, Kat and I'm super proud of the work we did on that show. I really love it. And we worked our butts off. We used to get onto set early and rehearse our scenes in the space, create our own blocking, talk about the characters, and just make the scenes kind of come alive. And I think it showed. I think it showed in the work. And, you know, I'm very proud of it. And all love to Miss Graham.
Hi, I was gonna ask if, like, what was one of your favorite places you've ever visited while filming something?
Favorite place to visit while filming something? It's a lot. I love traveling. I mean, traveling is one of my favorite things to do. You see the world differently, you know. You also understand America differently. Maybe this isn't the state to joke about that, but anyway. Yeah, so I'll say definitely Puerto Rico. You got any Puerto Ricans in the house? Yeah, fuck yeah. I love you guys. You guys are like life itself. Like, and I fell in love with that island, man, when we were there. I was shooting a show called The Oath, and it's about cop gangs. Very interesting. Yeah, right. Do you know what I mean? Anyway, it was during the time of Irma and Maria, actually, and we had to get evacuated from the island a couple times. It was actually quite crazy. And God, heart goes out to everybody there who's still suffering from that. It's really bad. It's really bad. But life continues, and the will of the people and the strength in them is so apparent when you're there. So, love you guys. And it was fun to visit Budapest in Hungary, which was one of the first trips I did doing a pilot where I was like flown somewhere. I was like treated like special. It was like, okay. Yeah, like visiting the old city in Budapest and wandering around, and it was pretty magical as well. Anyway, that's all I got.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Hi, I was wondering what your favorite scene to film was.
I've got a few, but one that just popped into my head that I didn't mention in the meeting because I know some of you were in the meetings, so I won't repeat myself. Was the sword fight? The sword fight. Bless you. The sword fight I did with Julian in the woods. The one person saw it. But you know, so I trained. I did my BA in England at the Western Drama School there at Lambda, and there's a whole stage combat thing you do, and you can either do the basic one or you could do the more advanced and do 5 disciplines instead of just sword fighting. And so me and my scene partner did 18th century point, which is like fencing. Did like sword and buckler. Did staff, unarmed combat, one other thing. And so I kind of really was excited by the idea of doing a sword fight on the show. And they had the stunt doubles learn the fight, and they were getting ready to do it. But then when they saw what me and Todd had rehearsed, they were like, "All right, y'all can go home. We're gonna get what we need here, you know." So we just said we had to slow it down. We were doing it too real. It looked too quick and too real to pick up everything. So yeah, I was really proud of that. And, it's fun to be able to use the skills you've acquired, you know, in any given setting. Satisfying.
Hello.
I don't bite. Don't worry.
My mom wasn't able to make it today, and she wanted to know who was you closest with on set.
Your mom wanted to know?
Yeah, she wasn't able to make it today.
Okay. I mean, Kat. I mean, most of our stuff was together. You know, we started shooting together a lot of the time, and you know, we ended up sharing demos with each other. We're both musicians, and but I mean, look. I mean, I had different friendships with everybody. It was a great group, and you know, really enjoyed shooting it. So I don't normally do superlatives, you know. But tell your mom that. Report back.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Hi, Michael. I was wondering, did you expect Enzo's character to last as long as he did and then to evolve so much?
Hell no. Next question. No. Yeah. So when I initially auditioned, I was living in London. I had auditioned for a couple other parts on the Vampire Diaries before. Had no idea what the show was really. I had no idea about this stuff, like the impact. But yeah, I initially got hired to do like a 3-episode arc. At least that's what the offer was. And you know, I turned out thinking I'm gonna be going back to Atlanta, and guess they liked me. But maybe they had like a plan all along. I don't know. Like as an actor, you're literally the last to know everything. You know, they don't tell you. They're worried if you hear something, you're gonna, you know, become a problem if it doesn't happen. I think, you know, fair. A lot of actors are pricks and divas, so you know, gotta look out for that. Go ahead. Next question.
I wanted to ask what your favorite season was to film.
Favorite season to film? 7.
7?
7. Not yours. But just selfishly speaking, for me, 6 was a bit of a train wreck as far as my character goes. You know, it was kind of some stop and start stuff. I didn't quite know what, you know, there's a whole thing of him like trying to make Stefan's life miserable, which I didn't understand why. Really, it didn't make sense to me. I was really having to try to make that work. But 7, I felt like we got to go more into Enzo's backstory, get more of an understanding of who and why he was the way he was. And also it was the introduction of the relationship with Bonnie. It was kind of a shock to people. And there was like loads of like different things to play. Like I felt like it was just a multifaceted arc for my character. What about you, Judgy?
I would say 5. Season 5.
It's a good one too. I enjoyed that stuff too. Yeah, the stuff in the cell with Damon. It was a killer intro. really thought it was fun. It was meeting Ian for the first time too. It was so welcoming and so kind and supportive. Just made me feel comfortable to just do my thing. You know, I'm coming from England to an American TV show, and you never know what you're gonna get, who you're gonna end up with. And Ian's just so you know the guy, right? You know Ian, yeah. He's just himself, right? Full of love, and it was a gift to start that way.
Hi, my name is Faith, and I was wondering what song you would pick for karaoke.
It's like karaoke, darling, but if I were to pick a song, maybe One More Try by George Michael. Maybe 3 people know that one. That's a fucking banger, man. Or maybe like Betty Davis Eyes by Kim Carn. Or If I Could Dream by Elvis Presley. Thank you very much. I used to live, so I played Elvis in the West End for a year. And I have no idea how I got the job. Like it was, there were all kinds of people going up. There were proper impersonators, there were people who looked exactly like him, you know. It was an open casting even. And I was initially going up for Johnny Cash. He was also in the show. I was like, I'm fucking Johnny Cash, come on, like, don't fuck around. But the casting director kept saying, start thinking about Elvis. I want you to come back with 2 Elvis songs prepared, you know, blah, blah, blah. And so I started auditioning for Elvis in like 10 rounds of auditions. And after each one, I thought I'd fucked it up, which is just how I roll, self-preservation or something. But I would put that song on the headphones, If I Could Dream, by Elvis. And I'd sit there and listen to it and just cross my fingers. So it's got a special place in my heart, that song.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Is that on the new album?
Comeback Special.
Okay.
That's the one he did in the white suit.
Okay.
You know? There must be lights burning brighter somewhere. There must be birds flying higher in the sky, so blue. Don't encourage me, don't do it. Oh, you stop it.
Hi.
Hey,
I was just wondering if you could say hello, beautiful.
hello, beautiful.
Hi. I know in the Vampire Diaries you're good friends with Damon, but are you truly Team Damon or Team Stefan?
Homie, don't play that. Next question. Love you though. I don't do teams, man. I'm a socialist.
Hi. So, if you didn't play Enzo on Vampire Diaries, who would you like to play?
Stefan. I'm not Team Stefan. I would like to play Stefan. If I could play anyone else on Vampire Diaries, that was the question, guys. Yeah, no, like, well, I you know, he's the moody, broody, strong, silent type. Less acting needed. That's my jam. Work very hard to not have to work very hard, and I'd like to continue in that trajectory.
Hello. First, I agree with you about Starbucks, and I was just in Budapest in September. It was beautiful. My daughters got me into the Vampire Diaries just about a year ago, and the next thing I knew, I was driving to Covington. So, how long did you spend in Covington?
Not long at all. I barely filmed anything at Covington. It was mostly, the stuff there was mostly like exteriors of the houses and stuff that like the main characters lived in. The Forbes house and the Lockwood house. I nearly said Durden, I was thinking Tyler Durden. Shout out to Tyler Durden. Thank you. Great. Sorry, I'm taking my meds this morning. What was the question again?
No, that was it. Just how long were you in Covington?
Oh yeah. No, I think I shot there like twice, maybe. Visited a couple times for events. I've gone for conventions and stuff before. But it's a charming little city. And there's like, you know, all the history there. And, I'm sure some of you have visited. Who's visited Covington? Yeah. Oh, wow. I mean, I suppose it's not that far from here, really. Huh? It's about one state away.
2 hours for us.
7 hours?
2 hours from Alabama.
It's not bad.
But Florida, yeah.
Yeah.
Wow.
But yeah, so hello. Charming little quaint little place. Yes. Thank you.
Hello, I was just wondering if you could change the way that you died, what would you choose?
I would ride a badger into a snowstorm on the way to burn down a Starbucks. And I think that would be the way. I don't know why they didn't write that. It'd probably be hard to get a badger actor, maybe. Badgers, I think about if I could be 7 years old for a second, I think a badger is my favorite animal. So I'm answering a question that wasn't asked. But I love badgers.
Hello.
Hi.
Is there any funny bloopers that we don't know about that happen on set?
That you don't know about?
Yeah, that we don't know about.
How the fuck would I know that? I mean, what do you know? Okay, I got one. So there's a scene where Enzo takes Stefan and Elena hostage in a school bar. Remember that? Yeah. Great episode. Actually, that was the first episode where I really got I got to be one of the A storylines. We got to go into my, you know, what happened with Maggie and stuff. That was a really fun episode to shoot. It's another one that's a highlight for that question previous. But there's a part in that scene where I have this bucket of, is it acid or something? I don't know. Something. Is it? Burbank. Oh yeah, that stuff. Yeah, of course. And I'm supposed to throw it in a certain point during this fight scene. It's supposed to go towards Stefan or whatever. The bucket gets kind of slightly, you know how buckets do, you know, with the wobbly. It's hard to control. And so anyway, fling it at him. It jerks to the side, and all the water goes straight onto Nina's face. Completely drenches her hair in her costume, and she's just like, actually drowned rat. And I'm like, oh no. I'm kind of new on the show. This could really maybe be the end of Enzo's arc. But she was very sweet about it. She obviously knew it was an accident, but it was a funny moment. She had to stop, go back. Production was halted for like an hour because they had to redo everything. But yeah, did you know about that? No. Okay, cool. Cool. Score. Thank you.
Hi, my name's Alini. It's good to see you again. My sister and I, we bumped into you in the streets of New Orleans, and we stopped you for a picture.
Hello again.
Hi.
Nice to see you.
Good to see you too. I wanted to know if you were a reader and if you had any recommendations.
Reader, yes. I read more than I watch. Where do I start? I mean, I read a lot of nonfiction, out of revolutionary literature. As far as like fiction goes, well, let's see, where do I? Okay, so there's this Palestinian American author called Hala Alian, who's going to become a friend as well over the years, and she is an incredible author, and she wrote this book called The Arsonist City, which is phenomenal and gives you a real sense of things out there. Beautiful story, expertly woven together, and I highly recommend you check it out, The Arsonist City. She also wrote one called Salt Houses, which is as good. That was her first one, her first novel. So yeah, we can start there.
Thank you.
You thought I was going to say Communist Manifesto? Okay. You can read that too. It's interesting stuff. Go on, next one.
Hello, Michael.
Wrong state, wrong state. Backtrack.
Wait till you're done drinking. I'm just being nice. Okay. Hello, Michael. My name is Tabitha, and I have a question for you regarding your biggest influence. So, who has been your biggest influence on your acting career and musically?
It's really hard to answer. I mean, I'm influenced and inspired by the good, the bad, and the ugly. You know, early days I was always told, go see theater, see good theater, see bad theater. Both are going to inspire you. And I mean, I suppose I've been as inspired, if not more so, by the other side of things, you know, seeing things done wrong, and seeing how certain people behave on a set, for instance, where it's like, I'm not going to do that. That's what not to do, you know. But let me try to think. Just spitballing. That's what I do. Let's see. So, okay, what's come to mind? You know, when I was in England, I was working with this director, Peter Oyster, rest in peace, wonderful man, was one of my first, mentors, I suppose. And I was working on a piece with him, and afterwards, he had this big smile on his face. And I was like, what? Well, I'm done, what's the deal? He's like, you love to act, don't you, Maestro? He used to call Saul Maestro, which I thought was lovely. You love to act, don't you, Maestro? I was like, well, yeah, I mean, that's what I'm here, you know, I'm here. I was like, you don't need to show me that. It was literally that simplicity of that, you know, that really resonated with me. And I do come back to it sometimes. It's like, don't show, just do. It's a good tether. As far as music goes, I mean, I'd have to say a punk ska band from Berkeley, California called Operation Ivy. I grew up in the punk ska world initially before I kind of graduated to hardcore and more disgusting things. But that was the first time hearing that record, their energy, where I just connected. I felt something like primal and just like, and finding my people through that process, you know, the whole punk scene and the inclusivity of it, and, you know, getting involved in like anti-racist action and stuff like that. I mean, it's all lumped together with that experience, and that record is kind of what started it all. But the first time I ever sang live on stage was covering 2 Operation Ivy songs, Knowledge and Big City, at an amphitheater throw show that I put together actually for my senior project in high school. So yeah, my senior project was I booked 10 bands, hired sound equipment, printed out flyers at Kinko's. Remember Kinko's? You have Kinko's? Did you have it here? Yeah? If you're over 30, maybe you remember. But yeah, flyering. Hey, love you too. Yeah, flyering, cutting them up and putting them on all the telephone poles in shop windows and stuff. Very formative experience and also how things used to be before, you know, social media. I mean, this is when MySpace was just kind of just starting to happen, but it was not able to be used in such a direct way like social media is now. It's a double-edged sword though, you know, because that kind of experience is so team building and in the flesh community, you know what I mean? Which is something, if we're not careful, we lose by putting all that energy into, this must be like Ian or Paul's thing or something. Bye, have a nice time. Say hi to those bourbon aficionados. Okay, hi. I think I answered your question.
Yeah, thank you for that.
Okay, yeah.
Hi, I was wondering what your favorite food was.
Food? Fit? I mean, look, I was born in Beirut, so Middle Eastern food. I mean, I can't even tell you which specific one. The point is, you get it all together. You know, you get hummus, tabbouleh, kibbeh, all that stuff together. You pick and choose stuff, and it's like, it's life. Vegetables. Like pizza too? Is that more socially acceptable here? Pizza? Next.
Hey Michael, my name's Bree and I'm a therapist. So in the uh-oh's right. That's the normal response I get actually. In the chaos of just your work and the world, what is your favorite way to stay grounded and self-care? Just with everything.
It's a great question. And honestly, everybody should be asking it that. Honestly, making music has been a big part of that for me over the years, for sure. But also leaning in and talking about shit I think is wrong, and like really standing up for people, not just across the world, but in my circles and around me. Like, you know, once you kind of start to see injustices happening, you can choose to do nothing and ignore it, or you can choose to focus on it and find out more and speak about it. And to be honest, doing that has helped more than anything else. You know, developing a more critical understanding of what's happening in the world, not just here domestically, but everywhere. It shields you from at least the fear aspect of it, because you have more of an understanding of the infrastructure. You know? But it's tough. It's tough. We're in a weird place right now.
Well, thanks for leaning into the question. I appreciate it. Also, my mom and I love you. So.
More absent moms. Right. Moms love me. Next question.
Hey, Michael. My name's Jesslyn. I'm a first-time goer at a convention, so.
Oh my God. How are you coping?
I'm just like beside myself.
Well, you're also there.
Yeah.
You're also beside yourself.
Yes.
Too.
So my question is, what is the thing you love most about Enzo and the thing you hate most about Enzo?
Hated his face.
Well, I love it.
Let me think. I love, and you know, this kind of goes back to the question from before. You know, I love that he had such a strong moral code, and he was always willing to fight for the people they loved, and at great risk a lot of the time. You know, so we had a real strong sense of that, which I love. Even when he was kind of doing bad stuff, you knew. Something I hated about him. Hate, such a strong word.
Dislike.
Dislike. It's hard because, like, I was him, And it's hard to like pick it apart. Oh, what did you dislike about him? Come on.
I mean, honestly, nothing.
Okay, well, I didn't like when he was trying to make Stefan's life hell, like I said in the previous answer. I did not like that. So I think there was a certain element, maybe, of his vindictiveness that went overboard at times. So maybe that. Okay? You watch South Park? Great show. Great show. Really topical. Hello.
Marhaba.
Marhaba.
Do you speak a
كيفك؟
little Arabic
No, I
with
don't. No, I
French?
wish I did.
أنا من Lebanon as well, so I speak a little Lebanese.
Right on.
So I appreciate it. I appreciate Starbucks. I just wanted to know if you knew any more languages. I wanted to know if you knew Lebanese too. So I know.
I mean, I speak a little French, but just enough to kind of get around. You know, j'habite à Cameroun quand j'avais 15 ans, à Douala, mais j'ai oublié. Tu parles français aussi? Non.
Un peu.
Un peu. Ouais.
Oui.
I know enough to get around. Like I could live there and figure it out. As long as people talk slow. So.
Do you have
But
any
what I've
family?
noticed as well about when you travel, if you got a smile in your heart, you get by anywhere. And you got your wits about you. You know what I mean? So,
Thank you.
thank you.
Hi, I think you literally just answered my question. Was like, what is the key philosophy you live by and that you would want to share with your audience? And then I also wanted to say that me and my daughter started watching this a year ago, and it's been a great bonding experience. But then my son was walking through the living room and saw you, and he was just like, what is this? And he literally started watching the show with us, so thank you. Because of you, so thank you. You were his favorite actor on the show, so
I got
thank
the
you.
moms and I got the sons, just not the daughters.
Oh no. Daughters are definitely.
That's awesome. I love those stories. Philosophy of life to live by, man. I mean, I just start talking and it'll just come out, I guess. I mean, I don't have anything planned for this, and I don't have one that I like ascribe to necessarily, but for me, it's about listening in many ways, different ways. You have to listen to the people around you, not just what they're saying, but their spirit and what it's sharing with you. This is hippie shit, so forgive me, but I think one of the best things about being an actor is that it's given me so much empathy for other people, what they go through. And you end up playing people who are very different from you that end up becoming the same as you in some weird way, you know, and you rewire your brain slightly, even when you're playing bad guys. You have to make them good guys in your head, you know. But I guess every single person in this auditorium has a story and has like a wealth of knowledge about that particular story. Pain, trauma, joy, love. And I think we all have to be so aware of that when we deal with people in our lives. No matter what they're doing, they're serving food to your table, especially if they're serving food for your table. Like you can learn everything you need to know about someone if you see how they treat the waiter, everything. I really feel that. I won't break bread with a motherfucker who's rude to a waiter. Anyway, I don't know where I'm going with that, but I think it's all about, like, if you're gonna be here on this earth, understand the earth, learn about the earth, you know? Don't just be a consumer and buy stuff and go to resorts and, you know, forget about where we came from, you know? We all came from the earth, and to the earth we will return. And what you do in between is up to you. So That's all I gotta say about that.
Hi, Michael. I just had a question. How did the role of Enzo impact your career and personal life?
I mean, it got me into a lot of rooms I would never have been allowed into beforehand, for sure, career-wise. It gave me a platform to be able to share my music, which I don't know if I would have just been able to do on my own. So I'd like to think so, but come on, it helped a huge deal, especially Julie including a song on the show. I'm grateful for that. It's let me travel the world, coming and seeing people from all over the world, like learning about different cities and cultures, and so many things. I'm so grateful for this experience and being allowed to stay on for as long as I did. Yeah.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Hi, my name's
How are you?
My name's Aria. What's your favorite animal?
A badger. Do you like badgers? You do? I think they're wicked. What's your favorite animal?
Cats.
Cats? I love cats too. Cats don't talk to the cops. Great. Okay, with that, love you guys. Thank you so much for coming.
Everybody give it up one more time for Michael Malarkey!